Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the Curious Expedition. I thought quite a lot about whether I wanted to go to the Black Prehistoric Lands or not, because obviously I do want a dinosaur, there's still characters to unlock, but I don't think we can skip the fact that we know for a fact that there are like 7 shrines here. And also there's one of those, at the far right, one of those temples that gives somebody in your crew a permanent buff. We could really use a little bit of that love. Oh, alright, I totally forgot this, yeah. Okay, 150 funds. That's pretty welcome. Okay, a scientist approached me this morning with a request, telling me about a mysterious box that was buried somewhere in the area we're traveling to. Yes, I will find it. We don't want to bring anybody. I'm pretty happy with our crew. I think we're doing alright. It's a little unusual. Alright, so what do we have access to here? We definitely want to bring at least 1 shovel, and if we're bringing a shovel, I'm going to bring a couple of shovels. You know, as long as, if we're already committing the inventory slot, why not, right? We're fighting a fair amount, so we probably should have medical supplies. May as well just buy them all, right? Let's get food. So we have 1 level of capacity on you and no levels of capacity on you. We could buy, if we can leave 50 or 100 funds, we can buy some more saddle improvements. We'll probably go ahead and take it down to 50, right? So I think we're going to need machetes. We'll take a little bit of climbing gear. We actually have a lot of inventory space, thanks to all of the animals. So let's do something like, let's drop one of these and take a I really like weather balloons. I wish we could find more use for them. It's just they're so expensive, you know? Let's take the dynamite and another torch, and that leaves us with 50. Alright, then we have lots and lots of stuff, and we can go ahead and improve Sir Pedlar's saddle. Because, you know, turtle-sized pack saddle is very common. Anybody would know how to make that upgrade. Alright, let's get out there. We have a lot of inventory space. I feel like we have a lot of capability here. I think we can do this. So I'm going to go ahead and ride whichever animal causes me to lose the least inventory space when ridden. And then we have our 2 guns. We're pretty good, I think. What? I was finishing up my morning ablutions as a shoreline rose in the morning mist. I knew this place held something special for us. You guys saw that, right? Hold on. Let's begin expedition here. How did we get here? What happened? Did the ocean fall into a chasm behind us? You know what? I'm going to grab a bunch of water, because it looks like we're actually going to actively be using water. So we can always drop water if we have too much stuff. Oh, I'm not riding one of the animals, am I? Okay, an oasis. We don't need this right now, but we'll remember this is here and maybe come back to it. Oh, I should also... So it's a forest that's near a bunch of mountains and bushes. I do not yet see it. Okay, so let's... What do... We lose 3 inventory slots if I ride the turtle. Or if I ride... Okay, well... I guess we're not riding the animals. It doesn't decrease your sanity loss by that much. I'm not too sad about not riding them. The only thing that's a little bit of a bummer is if you're not riding your pack animals, they can't participate in combat, which means we don't get the brown dye associated with them. Oh, it's a climbing thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and use our climbing gear. The source of this heat is disconcerting. I'm not too worried about a fire. Starting a fire doesn't seem like a big deal to me. Given, you know, that we're surrounded by desert. There's no plants to catch on fire. So we have to make out like bandits on this. Remember, we are at a famed disadvantage. We have to totally kill it on loot. What are we at? -3? I mean, if we're ever going to be able to deal with this village, now's the time. They were cautious, but politely offered their help. Sure. So let's trade with them. Awesome. Hold on. Okay. I noticed they had all those animal teeth, and I was like, is there a Beastmaster here? And I just spaced on it, but no, it's just they have a lot of animal teeth. So we brought the hyena pelts expressly for the purpose of trading. We should definitely use them. We don't really need anything else from them, though. Maybe we just... Man, these hyena pelts are so valuable to these people. So we could buy spears? We could buy all their red berries. And another torch or 2 torches. Yeah, there we go. Alright. And we'll just eat all the red berries. I don't think I want to sleep here. Do I want to sleep here? It's tough to say. Let's go ahead and rest. They will demand compensation. Okay, well, let's give them back some of the torches, because we don't really need that many torches. Okay. The days were very hospitable, and we sat by the campfire sharing stories long into the night. Yeah, so we'll grab 30 sanity. Our standing will go down. Who cares? It was already super, super low. I guess the lower our sanity gets, the more likely we are to get, like, assaulted. Wow, why does it... Oh, because I'm overburdened. Duh. So I traded for a bunch of berries, and then I don't actually need that many berries. So the question is, like, I'm sure I just drop a slot of water, and... I'm just gonna, I guess, eat some of the berries and throw the rest away. Alright, yeah, we're definitely gonna have some inventory issues. Let's see what's over here. I'm a little nervous about going into this area with all the geysers, but it looks like the geysers don't affect the hill spaces. Alright, let's trade. Ah, he's not showing us the good stuff. I hate that. So they don't, these guys don't have any particular valuation of anything, it looks like. Nothing is worth an unusual amount. Alright, so what are we going to trade for this? Also, I guess he does have marbles, and I like marbles a lot for trading with natives. Although, maybe we don't have the inventory space to keep a thing that we're only going to be able to use to trade at the very beginning of the next expedition, due to the fact that I keep tanking my standing. So, how are we going to make 90 value? Is this something that's worth doing? Maybe I don't even want all of these. We're going to need funds for the next expedition, but maybe we're not going to be in as dire straits as I'm thinking here. So let's try one at a time. Let's find 30 value. Let's say I only need 1 dynamite. And one of my rations. Alright. I'm going to regret that. If I put too many rations in there, I just know that it's going to come back and bite me in the ass. So let's not... let's just take 1. I'll take that return on a little bit of positive return on investment and just be okay with it. Alright, well... There's a cave over here we should check out. We'll use our pumpkin lantern. We have a pumpkin lantern. Why do I care about torches, man? In my defense, I didn't play all weekend. So that's why. I'm claiming that. These are really valuable. I don't want to have it to use it, but I really want the trade value. 2 item slots overburdened. The water's actually useful. We could chug some whiskey. At some point, it probably will make sense to throw away the Necronomicon, but I want to definitely have it at the end of this expedition so I can, get as high sanity as I can get right before we leave, then use the Necronomicon several times to load up on pages for the much more difficult final expedition. I think that we are going to... The voodoo doll is so valuable. Maybe I do just toss out the water? I mean, I'm pretty good at crossing deserts anyway, right? Well, let's toss the torches, because I'm a huge idiot. And then... I'm sure somebody was very upset during the preparation phase. Like, what are you getting all those for, you huge idiot? Alright, let's have a look at this again. Do we have a good feeling about this location? I don't see a large area of just... What is this? Light jungle? I don't see a large area of light jungle like that. Yet. So we'll have to keep looking. Well, do I want to look north or south? We see a lot of question marks to the south already. Let's go for those. Okay, well, obviously I need to... I guess we just wait? I can do that, right? There's a button for this? Okay. Because I think we want to go to here so that we can then move to here and get all of these question marks very efficiently. Oh boy, this is going to be exciting. It doesn't indicate to me which shrine is which. I would prefer to investigate this one first. I'd actually like to not investigate this one until we move to here, if possible. Should probably do a better job of indicating. Well, okay, it looked like that was the right one. Shoot. Well, I'm going to climb without safety. We're going to take an injury, and then we have medkits. It's fine. It was just too difficult. Jean-Michel Vivadou lost his hold due to the loose stone and fell, suffering a cracked ankle bone. It's cool, dude. Don't worry about it. We have medical supplies that somehow will instantly repair a cracked ankle bone. Okay, a chasm is going to form. So we'll heal you. We will eat some things real quick. Just got to keep that sanity high. I think at this point I feel comfortable tossing the water. It looks like we're going to be traveling mostly in pretty moist areas already. And then we have to drop one more thing. It's not going to be the dynamite. There's way too many mountains around here for that to seem like a good idea. What do we have aside from dynamite? We have this thing, which is high value. This thing, which is necessary to complete the mission. This thing, which is necessary for our health. We're about to get a lot of use out of these machetes, and traveling through forests sucks without them. Like, really sucks. I think it is the voodoo dolls. Those are my least favorite band of the 90s. Alright. Oh, man. Okay. Whatever. I am not going to heal up until after searching all the rest of the ruins here. Or the shrines, rather. Yep. Huge mountains erupting from the ground. Cool. Yep. Climb without safety. Hopefully it will be Jean-Michel again. Yep, it was. That's brilliant. And this one will be the third one. Hey, Jean-Michel, look out. This is not good. Yep. He's gonna be okay. He almost lost consciousness. His legs are shattered. Ooh, crystal ball. Okay. First of all, let's do this. He's fine. Everything's okay. Alright, one of the shrines was consumed by the mountains and stuff, so it's good that we did things the way we did them. So now I need to drop a lot of items. Let's figure out what really needs to stay. First of all, let's do this. We can use this, so we may as well. The compass is swinging all over the place like crazy. There's a magnetic mountain over here, so once we get over here, it's actually going to be very difficult for us to tell. Let's reveal this area. Okay. I wanted to know if there was going to be an easy path through to here. I suppose this is the hex I really needed to reveal. So, bad job me. And then I think it's worth 85 value, though. I think we toss it. I think the machetes are going to be more valuable to us in terms of allowing us to do more exploration, because the area is so heavily forested. We absolutely need these. And that. Maybe we can throw away the medical supplies at this point and just rely on not getting injured a lot. Because we have a huge amount of value here, and we need to preserve as much of it as possible. Also, these things are all worth 40 funds each. I'm going to toss the jewels. I'm going to toss the medical supplies, he said. Man, is it ever a good idea to do that? This is 120 funds worth of elephant teeth. It's hard for me to imagine that it's right to throw that out. But we have so much gear. We need the shovels. We certainly can't afford to lose our sanity here. I don't want to throw away a crystal ball, though. Alright. That is 26 sanity we just wasted, or 24 sanity, because we didn't get 4 sanity from that ration. So if we end up short by just a little bit, we'll know why. We'll know that I did that to us. Alright. You know what? I'm starting to get confident looking around. I think we're not going to need the dynamite. We absolutely do need the moonstones. We need the shovel in the map because we need the fame really badly. And the shovel, completing the quest is going to give us more fame than these objects will. It's probably going to be north of 50 fame. So honestly, at this point, it may be a thing that gives 50 fame. Not one of the things that gives 70. We have a lot of things that give 50, though. I really wish that we could stack these up. Like, if these are plates, couldn't we just put them on top of each other? I think we gotta hold the crystal ball. It's too useful. Alright, so let's just drop some things that are worth 40 fame. Or 50 fame. I can't believe I'm saying that. Let's throw out treasure. Okay. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Yes, the shrine has collapsed. I know that. I caused that. Oh, God. Run, 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 run. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Oh. Well, now we have to leave. Right? I literally can't get out. I threw away the dynamite. You know what? It's fine, actually. I'm going to use the Necronomicon one time, because we have enough sanity for that. Water Drain and Dry Lands. Those probably are pretty useful. Water Drain sounds like it definitely has applications. And then, honestly, I think we're cool to go. We have a lot of treasure. Yeah. What the hell? Let's get out of here. We even get to hold a moonstone. Okay. I feel pretty good about that. I think that things have not been going that well for us on the whole. But we managed to get through that expedition quickly. Oh, we get 50 fame for it being a secret world, a world that we had to unlock through an event. Alright, so 2010. Let's see how far behind that puts us. Reduces base sanity cost for traveling, I think is going to be the one. Better dynamite? Nah. None of those perks were mind blowers, but this one's fine. Okay, so let's see how far behind we are. It's not actually that bad. Okay, so we gift this, sell. How much are we going to need? We definitely want to gift these things. And then basically the question is, do I want to gift or sell this? I'm going to gift this, but this one's only worth 50 fame. I think let's try to be on the safe side. We've done quite well for ourselves. Alright, the Black Prehistoric Lands are the only choice. I did not find your mysterious box, I apologize. Alright. Deal. Oh, wait, not deal. I have to, like, pay for that. Okay. So we got a treasure map. And then we are going to purchase a lot of food. Sanity is going to be our primary concern. Sanity and injury. Right? We don't need torches. I remember. Okay, let's do this. Let's go really hard on medical supplies. And yeah. Okay, I feel pretty confident about this. Yeah, and there's nothing else to do. Alright, we have enough inventory slots open that we're actually going to be able to ride one of the animals. At least at first. And if we get the opportunity to recruit a dinosaur, I will gladly, like, kick the tiger out or something. The tiger's neat, but it's not that useful. Although I will say that the bite die is really nice. It's pretty powerful. Alright, let's take a slot of water. It's a jungle mostly, so I don't anticipate needing it too much. And we'll mount up. Let's get moving. Unfortunately, we don't see anything of value right away, but... Crystal ball. Classic for a reason. Alright, cancel. What is this? It's an elephant graveyard? Sure. The elephant tusks are still worth some fame. Yeah, 20 each. It's not bad. Alright, so what do we have here? Ooh. I think I'm going to take it. I know, standing, whatever. He's superstitious now. Well, I think it's probably too late for that to really have an effect. It looks like I'm probably going to have to dismount, unfortunately, from my water buffalo in a moment here, as soon as we find another slot of treasure. Okay, let's enter this village. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to recruit here. And there's a Beastmaster. What do you have? Do you have a dinosaur for recruit? A battle tiger! Ooh. What's the difference between a battle tiger and... Because this tiger was only 10 teeth. A battle tiger is cooler, I guess. So let's trade with them. I actually would love if we could get some... We'd have to generate 4 points of standing to be able to recruit. Maybe we can't do that, but I really do want a dinosaur. Also, I haven't looked at my treasure map at all. Man, these people do not like guns. Okay, well, they do value machetes very highly, so how could I... Yeah. And then we'll see if we can recruit a dinosaur to replace the tiger, maybe? Because a dinosaur. Okay, well, I don't know exactly what a Chasmosaurus is, but let's do it. Neat. We decided to call her Missy Harlow. Look at that, 16 toughness. Did we get everything we wanted from them? Yeah. Yeah, we're good. Okay, let's go. Let's stay with them? Yeah, what the hell, why not? A native approached me with an offer. He told me that he knew of a location far from here, which would be worthwhile. No, I'm not interested in paying you for a thing. I'm about to leave. Okay, so it looks like the new... Wow, 6 capacity. Sir Hurst, you've been a noble member of this expedition for a long time, but I don't want to boot Sir Schmidt for a pack animal. I would for an attack animal, but we need the dice. So, sorry, Sir Hurst. I would be better off without him. I don't necessarily agree with that. Alright, now I'm riding a dinosaur. Let's try not to blow this. But once again, I'm not just going to bail. I'm going to be super greedy. And, attempt to also win. Alright, I only traveled 4 days because I wanted to take advantage of this thing at the very moment that it was off cooldown. I guess let's do this. Alright, so giant birds down here. Remember, fighting giant birds is valuable for us in that killing them awards us quite a bit of sanity. I want to see the path up here. I can see that there's trees. Yeah, let's just move to here and have a look at... So do I want to go for the giant bird? Or do I want to go to the cave? Let's go to the cave. We have a lot of sanity right now. We don't need to fight just yet. Oh, and we have the option of fighting anyway. Let's explore the cave first, in case we find something in it that will be useful. This was used by the natives of this region as some kind of ceremonial tomb. Okay. Oh, two mummies. Awesome. And then we'll go ahead and attack. I'm going to have to dismount the Chasmosaurus in order to be able to carry all this stuff without dropping anything. But we'll fight first. Oh, I can't attack while we're overburdened? Is that true? Okay, can I throw this away? Now I can't attack at all. Why? Let me fight the birds. Okay, 2 big birds. Really big birds. Maybe shouldn't have done this. We're committed now. Okay, yeah, sure. Ram one of them. Cool. So I want to save this and these. Alright, so the first thing we're doing is biting. I like bite a lot. So this thing only has effectively 11 health left. If we manage to roll I... Okay, we got it. Alright, so it will bleed to death at the start of its turn. Then we can do triple attack. We can do cutting riposte. Give us a little shield. And one attack. These bullets are doing a little bit. We didn't manage to roll our pistol, unfortunately. Alright, so we're going to take some hits here, but we have medical supplies. We're going to be okay. Actually, you know what? We can use a lot of these dice right away. So first of all, large beak, 7 damage. Wow. That's pretty cool. Strong claws. Big shot, big shot. Alright, and we'll take these bird feathers. Oh, we'll take all the meat, right. I'm so used to not having use for meat. We'll take all the meat and eat it. Wow. 15 sanity each, huh? Do I want to, maybe keep some of this? I've been throwing this stuff away as soon as I finish eating it, but actually it's worth more to us than the chocolate rations. Also, let's go ahead and use our medical supplies right now. Let's not tempt fate with the wounds. So, dismount. Yeah, when we dismount, we have enough sanity to just keep pushing. Or enough inventory space. Ooh, cancel, cancel, cancel. Hold up, we gotta perhaps change our route up a little bit so that we don't go toward the horrible fire. So this is a waterfall where we can rest and refill our water. We don't need to just yet. I think I'm gonna go see if I can fight with this bird. Alright. Mount. Every time we want to fight, we can just mount up in the moment. Oh, it didn't... We can get the brown dye. I guess if we're overburdened, maybe we don't. The game is preventing me from exploiting. How dare it. Alright, well, that was pretty bad. That was a pretty bad set of rolls. So we get headshot and planned shot, and then we take a lot of damage. Oh. Just gonna go ahead and throw those in there. Yeah, this hurts. Thankfully, we actually have quite a lot of health. And we still got to use the dinosaur as a... Hold on. I don't want to expend this just yet. We still got to use the dinosaur as a shield, which is nice. Okay, so we didn't get things that we didn't get things that I'm happy about, basically. I think the best play we have here is stopping shot this guy, and then planned shot followed by the strong claws, and we'll kill it next turn, provided that it doesn't kill Lovecraft on this turn. Okay, we still have humans. We're no longer capable of getting anything better than quick shot out of this. And actually, he has enough health that he has so little health that we can just kill him here. Alright, take all. There we go. Somehow we cooked the meat, and now it takes up less space. So I actually don't know. Does staying at a waterfall... That's not going to heal our wounds, is it? I can't imagine. Alright, so our compass progress is quite low. We haven't actually revealed that many tiles since the last time I looked at our compass. Haven't looked at the treasure map basically at all. In fact, this is the treasure site. Well, let's rest here. One could cut the tension with a butter knife as we rested by the fireplace. While we sat around the campfire, Jean-Michel Vivadou told us about his dream of opening up a restaurant in his later years. It would be the most luxurious restaurant in the whole town. Although we don't know what town he's talking about. Alright. That was pretty good. So let's go back and get the treasure. And then, this way I'll feel a lot better about dropping the shovels. Oh, I should probably just use the medical supplies, right? And the wounds will heal naturally, and they don't necessarily get infected. It's possible that we should just, be cool and see what happens. Waterfall creation and fertile lands. Okay. Waterfall creation is, unfortunately, not nearly as good as Springs creation, which I would use immediately. We have infinite sanity, basically. We have so much food. So what I could do is eat food Necronomicon, eat food Necronomicon. That's an option if things get desperate. Let's see what's down here. Okay, nothing. Well, that saves us a trip. Crystal Ball is actually being pretty valuable right at this moment. Alright, so let's walk over here. Ordinarily, the biggest concern for me is sanity. I just don't know how I'm going to necessarily be able to afford to get lots of places. And we really don't have that problem here. I'm going to eat the chocolate first, just to get rid of it. Clear an inventory slot. Alright, we got to get out of the range of the forests, or the volcano's eruptions. Oh, my wound is infected, and at this point, I will heal myself. Okay, yeah, because we can just let these guys regenerate slowly, and if their wounds become infected, heal them then, and if it looks like we're about to get into a battle before they heal them then. I think that's the sensible thing to do. So let's travel for 7 days, at which point our crystal ball will be available to us again. And out of curiosity... Oh, is this too far away from us? Okay. Whatever. How about here? Okay, that's interesting. I feel like we're in a pretty good place combat-wise, but even so, I'm reticent to fight raptors. And we have enough meat. It's not like we need to. Oh, let's see what's over here. Hopefully this forest fire won't spread. It's spreading. Let's examine this shrine that's on fire. The structure was slightly tilted and subsiding. Okay. We're going to take all this stuff. Continue. We're going to drop the shovel, the extra shovel. No question. Okay, so we actually have quite a lot of fame. If we could just find the pyramid, I would be totally comfortable leaving, like right now. I'd be fine with that. So the question now is, the forest is on fire. Do I try to push through it very quickly to the other side where there are raptors? Or do I go back this way for this thing, where there are raptors? Tough to say. Well, I think we're very likely to fight in the near future. Let's go ahead and heal people, because of the fact that we're very likely to fight in the near future. And mounting this guy takes away 2 of our slots. I'd like to be riding the dinosaur when we encounter the enemy, because apparently mounting it afterward does not give you the benefit of having been riding it. The developers were a little bit too smart for that. I think the Necronomicon is still potentially valuable to us, so I don't want to drop that yet. And the rest of this stuff is important, except for the climbing gear. The climbing gear is the thing that lifts out pretty easily, plan-wise. So let's go ahead and move on here. It's hard to tell how much the compass is being interfered with by the magnetic mountains. Okay. The chasm is an issue. Yep. Did we just die? Well, that happened. I thought, you know, like when you fall in the deep water, when the geysers are expanding, I thought it'd be like, oh, you almost fell in and you had to lose some items to keep going. That's frustrating and embarrassing and frustrating. Okay, well, that's going to be it for this episode of The Curious Expedition. I feel like an absolute idiot. Come back next time when maybe I won't be that thing anymore. God, we can only hope. I'll see you then.